Wow, guys, what an awesome end to this week. What a great finish. So, what did I do? I finished my first week fully green ever. So this is quite the milestone for me. And that said, it's a decently large green day for me. This is the probably the second biggest one. Yeah, second biggest one this month. Already in March we're approaching $1,100. Now I know that I have to be really careful. You know, I don't want to get too excited because I could easily just have another one of these days. So I didn't want to have that today. So I was so careful with the way I was trading today. I was actually really careful and I missed out on a lot of profit. I left money on the table because of that. And I think it was just because I didn't get into something a little early before it jumped. The first jump on Ogen here. Oh yeah, I have to type it in for some reason, Ogen. So this first spike right here, I missed it from the sheer amount of orders coming through, I guess. Once it broke this 1 minute candle here of 229. Well, where are we here? 229. So once it broke that, it was off. Like, that was it. The first 1 minute candle to make a new high not only retested the high of the pre-market, it surged up, you know, from 240 all the way to 310. So that was awesome. I missed this first spike. Let me just show you what happened here. Let me pull up the video. Okay, let's turn that down. That was me listening to some music right before. So the market's about to open here, or the market's already open. I was waiting for it to surge through, you know, 240 here. But there's a huge seller. The asks are stacking up. No one's really buying this right now. Kind of see down here. People are getting into this penny stock IG, EYEG. They're not really focused on Ogen quite yet, but the daily on Ogen looks amazing. So we have room all the way back up to $3, which is the moving average. And, you know, closer to 340 is where the resistance was on that candle on the daily. So I'm just looking around. I'm looking at Elfin. I think I take a trade on it. I take a quick trade on, I believe it's actually Ogen, because I think it's about to break out here. Or it was either Ogen or NETE. We'll see. Yes, so it was NETE. So I saw the volume coming in. I thought it was just about to break over 940. So I got in too early. And look at this. The huge seller comes up. Or he might have already been there, but I didn't see him at 934. So I'm instantly like, okay, this is not good. So it takes me a couple seconds here, you can see. But I put my shares up, back on the ask. Thankfully, I get filled for a very, very small loss. I don't want any part of that. If this doesn't break out, you know, look at this. It's already back down, you know, 15 cents or so or whatever, 20 cents on the bid. And the ask is already down 10 cents. That would have been messy because I would have had to bail out on the bid. So I didn't hold on. So I'm really proud of myself that I didn't hold on to that, because that's something that I would have held on to in the previous days where I went deep, deep into the red. My Windows key isn't working, so I can't show you here. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. These days, that's exactly what happened. So Ogen. Ogen, I type it in. 230. 240. I try and get in. 245. I got my share. No, see, I don't get filled. That would have been a great. That would have been a great entry. I don't chase it here. So over 255, I tell myself, okay, I'll get in, because it's probably going to continue. So 250, 249. Over 55, I'm gonna be a buyer. So 49, 52, 53. I should have bought right here in anticipation for it. 55, and you know, I missed it, and I got filled 33 shares at 257. Whoopee, right? Look at this. I'm in for the 20-cent move with my 33 shares. Lock in that $1.24 profit. That's funny. So I'm looking again for scalping over the highs. So the high here was 277, I think. So again, I buy in. I get in at 75, and we're already up 10 cents. I get some fills out. Get another 300 shares sold. So I have 350 left. Oh, did I accidentally buy? Oh wow, I bought 1,050 shares. I don't know if I meant to do that. My max position size is 600. So, how did I get 450? Let me figure this out. Wow, I did. So, I don't know, for some reason, I must have, I don't know why it doesn't warn me, because I have a warning on my account after 600 shares to have this pop-up message that says, are you sure you want to take more? So, maybe I was trying to sell and I accidentally bought more. I don't know what happened. And I don't know why I only got 450 shares instead. But either way, I got rid of them pretty quickly. I think I noticed what happened, so I got rid of them. I was waiting for new highs again over 288. I would have added and then sold more. So I'm still holding on to 350 here. So it's looking not too hot, so I bail out. It's coming up to 88 though, 83, 84, 87. It's looking a little heavy just quite yet. I don't buy quite yet. 81, 83. Now, see, this is the dip. Now I'm waiting for it to come back into the 80s and surge through 88. So we got 80 on the ask, 81, 85, here it comes, 90, 96. I missed this one. I think I was a little nervous, but that was easily predictable. You know, I could have made another 10 cents of a scalp, but, you know, that's fine. The next trade I took on it here was beautiful. The 1 minute setup was absolutely beautiful. So the first 1 minute candle to make a new high would have been, I think, at 64. So back up just a little bit. So 61, 62. So I buy in just as it's about to do it. I have a stop at 250. So that's a 11-cent stop for, you know, at least an 11-cent move. Where if we went back up to the highs, that would be 40 cents. So almost a 4-to-1 ratio. So that's a really good ratio. So I took it. Sure enough, when we break the high of 77, I added 300 more. I think I did that one on purpose. I know it was preempted, or it was above my max position size, but I think I quickly sell out of it. So yeah, so I quickly buy those 300 shares at 67 and sell them 2 seconds later at 279. So I'm out for those, and I'm letting the other 600 ride. Just kind of waiting to see what happens here. So these 600 shares, remember, are in at 261, 262. So I can afford to hold on to these for just a little bit and see what happens. If it doesn't work out... Okay, so I saw it was breaking over the high, again, of 280. So I got in for another 300 shares for that break of 280. I realized I was wrong, so I quickly tried to get out. I'm modifying my orders. I'm trying to get out. I see the bids coming back down. I get some fill, so I'm only down to 480 shares. So I see it's down to 67, and I just get out. So I'm waiting again. You know, maybe it'll actually break this 1 minute candle of 280 and retest the high of days. So this is a riskier scalp. I think I take less shares because of that, and either way, I'm going to be out very quickly because it's not the best entry. So 277, we're coming up to 280 here, 277, 278, 80, so I'm in at 280 with 400 shares, so I do use less shares. 84, 85, oh, I got out too early on that. If I had waited half a second more, I could have gotten the fill at 95. You see I got filled here at 85. You know, that happens. I put my other shares up at 297. They get filled. So now I'm up 160 on the name. We double top at high of day here. There's not as many buyers, you can see, as there was earlier on in the day. Completely happy with that decision. As we're about to break through $3, you know, we're coming up. I see this big seller here, 13,000 shares, 10,000, 9,000, 6,000. I buy in. I get filled at 290. We break through 308. Put my shares up right at 30, I guess 9. 3 seconds later, for a 20-cent winner on 200 shares. You know, maybe I should have been using 300 or 400. I'm getting better at being less afraid, I suppose. So that's fine. Let's see what happens here. So I got my fill at 309, almost at high of day. And we're already back down into the 80s. So I know how risky this is. That's why I'm in and I'm out. Because I don't want to be holding through this pullback, you know, in case it doesn't work out. And it looks like it didn't work out. So I took another quick scalp here and I was wrong. This, I should not have been in this. I got a little excited for this break of 310. I got in with a small, very small 200 shares, I think. Yeah, 200 shares. And then I tried to get out instantly. I knew I was wrong, so I said, okay. So that's where I started to take a step back. You know, I knew that I'm starting to overtrade. So, you know, I stopped. I took another couple small trades on Elfin. I saw the the volume coming in, so I took 100 shares over the $0.50 here. So 25.50, so 37, 40, 41, 44. I buy in at 51, and I sell out right away at 73. Get a quick $20 winner. Get my over trading fix, I guess. And I left it. And this thing kept going all the way. Look at this. This Elfin kept going all the way to $28, where it got halted on a T12 circuit breaker halt. So these are not the kind of halts you want to be stuck in. These are the ones that can take months, you know, weeks to reopen. So this was investigated. This was halted because it's being investigated by the SEC or whatever for just why it's squeezing up so much. So a couple days ago it was $8, and now we're pressing 30. So this is not a halt that you want to be in, because this could go on for weeks and weeks, and your money is locked in. Typically, these reopen so much lower. Like this might open under $10, and you know, the people who got short, if they were that lucky, are gonna bank really hard on this. So an example of this was wins. So you can see here. Oh, I just screwed up. Oh, excuse me, I just screwed up the daily here. Wins. So wins went from, you know, $15 to $230. So we're talking 1,200% in less than a week. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. It got halted on June 6th. You can see at the bottom here, June 6th, or sorry, June 7th. It didn't unhalt until December 4th. That's 6 months, 5-6 months. So if you're stuck in there, you know, you have 1,000 shares in the over hundreds. You have over $100,000 just locked into the stock. You can't trade it. You're shitting your pants. You have no idea what's going on. And like it's not a pretty scenario in any sense of the word. So you can see it got halted here at 205 or so. Yeah, 205. You can see down here it says, sorry, right here, 205 is where it closed. So it reopens December 4th at $74. 205 down to $74. That's like over 60% lower. So unfortunately, I think that's what's going to happen to these people on on Elfin. So if you look on stock twits here, man, people are freaking out. Just not good. No, halted. T12 halts. This is a lot later in the day because it was halted at like 10 o'clock or so. I don't even know. There's been so many messages. I don't even know if I can go back to 10 o'clock. Anyways, people are not happy about this. People... Stock Twits is always fun to read because there's a lot of interesting comments on it. But anyways, not a good situation to be in if your money's locked up. So I'll stop rambling. What an awesome start to April. First week ever, fully green. Here we go. I learned a lot this week. Let's see if I can keep it up next week. You guys have a great weekend. If you like these videos, please subscribe down there. Leave a comment if you have any questions, whatever it is, let me know. Have a good weekend.